It took a lot of doing to get me out of my attitude as an introvert to saying, okay, you have got to come forward and let it go. And it was mind over matter. It was very difficult. And I remember we were rehearsing for the national company of Caine Mutiny, and Charles Lawton, who directed it, who was a wonderful actor, and he told me something that I'll never forget. He said, Jim, your problem is you're afraid to be bad. And he was absolutely right. My attitude was, you don't have to like me, just don't dislike me, you know. And so I was doing nothing. I was dull and uninteresting. Said the words all right, but didn't do anything with it. And he convinced me that I would have to let go and leave it to the director or somebody. He said, you can go over, that's easy, but let the director bring you back. He said, but if you don't do anything, it's hard to bring an actor up. And that was my problem. I didn't do anything. But anyway, I did it for a year, and I learned a valuable lesson during that, because during the play where I said nothing, I got to listen. And listening is about 75, 80% of acting anyway. I was a judge in a courtroom, and we sat there and listened to the trial, the whole play, from start to finish. 2 hours of sitting there listening. But, I guess it was in the second month, everybody on the judge's bench, all the jury, they're all, naval officers. And the problem was we were all falling asleep. So I gave myself the job of keeping everybody awake. I'd pass notes and I would check and say, Morris is asleep down there, whatever. And that kept me awake, but I learned to listen. And the trouble with a lot of actors, they don't listen. They're waiting for their line. They're waiting for themselves to speak, therefore they're not involved in the scene. But if you listen, you become involved. You hear what he's saying, and you don't anticipate what happens when you're sitting on a jury like that. I mean, I know the process. You get in there and you say, oh boy, here we go. Okay. And 5 minutes later, you're thinking, oh, I've heard this so many times before. And you start wondering, what am I going to do tonight? Oh, I'm going to go have dinner. Yeah, I'm going to meet so-and-so, have dinner. And then maybe we go out and have a couple of drinks. And let's see, tomorrow, well, I'll get in bed about so. And the next thing you know, you have no idea what's going on stage. And you go to sleep thinking about other things. And I stopped that. I learned to never anticipate what someone would say. And that helped me a lot in acting. Yeah, I did it every night. I tried to listen to every word and see what the reaction to that was, have a reaction, see what everybody else's reaction was, stay with the dialogue, don't anticipate it. And it was a good lesson. No, I wasn't noticed by anybody. We were known as the Silent Six. And everybody in New York and everyone called us the Silent Six.